tips for dealing with a cheating partner, or getting over a cheating situation. Um, yeah, so I published a book a couple years back. The Evolution of Love is kind of the short name for it, and it's just my unique thoughts and perspectives, philosophy, and tips for having better relationships and um, better lives, essentially. So let's make this, I guess, one of my first videos about this topic. As we go through life and mature and evolve into our destiny, um, it takes a long time for most of us to really build a healthy self-esteem. Certainly for me in my teens, 20s, even in my 30s, there was this intrinsic kind of a felt need to be accepted and loved by a woman, to feel like I'd accomplished something. Needed that stamp of approval from women, or one woman in particular. And having that kind of mindset is just kind of setting yourself up for defeat. One of the points I make in that book is that there's no other person in this world that can define me or make me feel better about myself. And I hope other people can get to that point too, of recognizing I don't care if I'm dating the Playmate of the Month, or the sexiest woman alive, or the latest Hollywood starlet. The fact that we're happy together and she's attracted to me in any way is no reflection on my value as a human being. Maybe she finds me cute, she likes my style, my eyes. I mean, that's really meaningless, right? And I think for younger folks too, they got to learn that lesson. Physical attractiveness it's nice, but essentially it's meaningless, and it's nothing to build your self-esteem over, because it's nothing that you earned. I know that really attractive people must get really boring and irritating to always hear people compliment your looks and also be attracted to you for that reason. I think when we really reflect on this, we want someone who wants us for our characteristics, our character, be it sense of humor, or they like our heart, our empathy. They think that we're smart, we have good conversation. So getting back to this topic, I think you gotta love yourself. I mean, it's cliche, right? So what does that mean? Love yourself just means that you like who you are, okay? You recognize that you're not perfect, but you like how far you've come in your process of evolution. You like that you are focused on getting better, self-improvement, self-mastery. You feel like you have a good heart, good intentions in the world. And again, recognizing that no one else in this world is ever going to make you complete or whole. I think all that's bullshit. It's Hollywood fairy tale bullshit. And that kind of immature perspective and attitude towards it just sets yourself up for failure. Don't expect that there's one person in this world who's going to float your boat for years and years. It's going to be just awesome and fireworks for anybody. If you have that for a day, you're lucky. Don't count on that lasting forever. It's one of the. I'm sorry, guys, I'm rambling, right? But there's a lot of key points that I make in that book. I think they're all important. That I don't hear. Some of them I think are absolutely unique. In that I think that marriage, in my view, is completely incompatible with my concept of what it means to love someone in a healthy, unconditional way. I think marriage it's a selfish act. Also, asking someone to commit in any way for any amount of time is ultimately a selfish act based on fear. Fear that someday they're going to leave you. And one of the things that we need to do if we're going to really love in a healthy, fun, enjoyable way for ourselves, and to give love in a healthy way, is to just lose your fear. There's just nothing to fear. Your fear ought to be, sitting at home by yourself, not falling in love or having quality relationships. So get out there, and realize too, it's going to take a lot of trial and error, I should say, to figure out what it is that you like in other people. You've got a lot to learn about each other, before I think you get to that point where you say, well, yeah, we are a good fit. But get out there and just lose your freaking fear. That's, it's not easier said than done. It's easy once you get your head on straight. We have a weird relationship with fear in the modern world. There's a motivational speaker I love, Brendan Burchard, makes that point in the Motivation Manifesto that fear was given to us by God or the universe for a very simple reason, to prevent us from actual physical harm or death. That's all. And in modern day, we have all this social fear of, speaking in front of people or being rejected. And we got to get over that shit, guys. Come on. All that fear just holds you back from living a real life. It's fear that traps you in this matrix, right? So it's one of the reasons I wrote this book. It's sad to me to see, anyone, but certainly adults that are so, bent out of shape from past relationships because their spouse cheated on them or just been heartbroken over and over that they quit. I hate that whole thing, man. Get out there, have fun. It should be fun, but it's not fun if it's going to be scary. So let's get over that. I'm here to help. The book, by the way, is dirt cheap. I wanted to make it free, so I get my name, my ideas out there, so that I can start helping people and gaining influence that way, because there's a million things I want to do in this life. 99 cents for the ebook on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. It's not written great. I can go back and read it and see, okay, I've repeated an idea there a couple times. There's a few typos because I just don't care about that. It's the ideas that count. It's self-published through Amazon. So getting back on point with the cheating partner, cheating spouse, what you have to understand is the fact that your partner cheats on you, again, it's no reflection on you whatsoever, on your physical attractiveness, on your how charismatic you are. This should be an obvious point that I'm going to make, but I don't hear anyone else really ever take the time to make this point. You could be Brad Pitt, some all-star, soccer star, super attractive, have all the money. You can be super funny, and the same is true for women. Ultra attractive. Again, the sexiest man or woman alive. You've got to realize that I think there is not one person on this earth who is only ever going to want to be with you only. And I'm not talking about sexual cheating here. I'm just talking about the idea that as human beings, we're social creatures. And also we like variety. That's the spice of life. I just don't want to have the same conversation with the same person every day for 5 years, 10 years, I don't know. I think as we evolve on this concept of what it means to love someone, recognize that you have to give them some freedom. Certainly most of us, okay? I can't say, I use words like always or never. But for the most part, most of us, we don't want to hang out with the same person every day. You want to have other friends outside, different perspectives, ideas about things. And so that's it. I mean, the fact that your partner decided to cheat on you, that's no reflection on you necessarily. You can be the greatest, most sexy, attractive person out there, and at some point your partner, I'll say this for sure, is at least going to want to be with someone else. They'll have the desire to. Now, whether they act on it or not is another question. But this is another thing with our weak ego that I think most people have, where you just hear complaints, you're looking at someone else, or you're attracted. Yeah, because you're a human being, that's why. My love for you as a person does not negate or shut down the fact that I'm going to be physically attracted to other women. That's just a mature attitude. Let's stop being immature and recognize that as human beings, you're going to be attracted to other people. And I'll say this, for me in my life, I would never ask someone I'm with, if you really want to be with someone else in any way, of course I'll let you go. Why? Because at the end of the day, I want to be here with someone who wants to be with me. And that's where the commitment screws it up. The fact that now we're committed, we have to be together, it sucks the honesty, it sucks the life out of the relationship that we have. The fact that we each know that we're free to go without any hard feelings, that we'll still be friends, that care for each other, and that we still choose to be together in this space right now, that brings energy, sparks, and life to a relationship. So again, I think you're getting a sense of how contrarian my perspectives are, but I can say this: I'm not afraid to flirt. I'm not afraid to express honestly my love for someone without strings. When I say I love you, that's not a trap. I'm expecting it back. I'm just expressing how much I care about you, how awesome I think you are. And I'm not afraid of heartbreak. There's no one's gonna define me as a man, make me feel better about myself because I'm with, again, the latest pop star or Hollywood star. I mean, I don't care about that shit, first off, but the idea is that I don't care who you are. The fact that you're attracted to me or have fun with me is no reflection on my value as a human being. It doesn't affect my self-esteem. It just affects my fun. Life's fun when you're with a great partner. And then on like the flip side of that coin, no one's gonna make me feel less because they decided I wasn't the right fit for them. I don't expect to be the right fit for anyone for any stretch of time. In fact, yeah, that's it. For 5 years, 10 years, and I wouldn't want that. That idea to me is boring. I've been with lots of women, loved them all, had a great time, learned. And you can't learn about yourself or other people or life without getting out there and trying. I don't think I did a very good job expressing all my thoughts about this idea of cheating, but just know that it's not something to worry about. And two, do you want to be with a partner who's cheating on you? No. So, I mean, that's, once you find out that news, that's a good thing, go. Now, for me, when I'm in a relationship, like committed, not committed, but, obviously we're being exclusive. There's no commitment for any amount of time. The commitment in my relationships is that we're going to be honest with each other. That's it. And at the point that you want to be with someone else, just let me know, and that's the deal. And that's what I've done. I've never cheated on anyone because I got to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day and live with myself. Wow, I've just rambled on for 12 and a half minutes. I'll get better, hopefully, as I go along on these videos. Again, this book is for maybe young adults who have decided that they don't ever want to get married. This book gives them a kind of a blueprint, some ideas about how to have healthy, fun relationships without getting married. People who have maybe gotten divorced on the shelf. People, again, dealing with a cheating partner. I think teenagers that have been raised with this concept, I think, again, fairy tale, BS concept that someday you're going to grow up and you're going to meet the one you're meant to be with, and you're going to know because it's this magical, powerful feeling, right? Most of us have had that, and then it just lasts forever. That's the one. And I, through my own life, and then researching how our psychology works, how the human brain works, I can tell you that is not the case. You're going to fall in love, hopefully, probably, many times in your life. And this concept, I think, leads to other problems, like people that get married because they fell in love, and then a year later, well, I fell in love with my coworker, so now we're done. And I fall, always thinking that feeling is a sign that they're meant to be together. There's a whole lot more to the puzzle than that. So let's wrap it up for now. I'll try to make these videos more frequent, more focused, more effective. Was inspired watching my boy Rick Beato doing one of his music lessons on YouTube. So that's all. Signing off for now. Talk to you later. Bye.